Hey everyone, welcome back to Drawbridge Finance. Today I want to talk about using Yahoo Finance to screen for high dividend yielding stocks. So today we're looking at high dividend yield stocks and how to find them. This is one of the questions I get more often than any on my channel. People always want to know, like, where am I finding it? How do I find them? And you know what? There's not really a lot of high dividend yield stocks that I am purchasing either on the Canadian market or on the American market. And I highly recommend that you guys go to a financial advisor that deals with dividend paying stocks and pay them their fees so that they can give their personal recommendations on what you should be buying at a given time. But if you do want to do it on your own and you want to kind of scroll through and look and do your own research, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'll show you how to start to narrow it down so that you can find the dividend yields that are highest or within the range that you're looking for, so that you can kind of chop off all the dead weight and not look at stocks that you don't want to use. I'm going to look at Yahoo Finance. If you've never used Yahoo Finance before, it has some of the basic market information right here in the center, and then it's a bunch of advertising and articles that you might want to look at. What we're looking for today is right at the top. It's called My Screeners. If you're logged in to Yahoo, you can actually go to your saved screeners if you want. But today I'm going to show you how to set up a brand new one if you've never used this. So you go to Equity Screener, which is what we're looking for, so equities or stocks. And it comes up with this screen. Now really, we're looking at this center area. What we're gonna do is it's gonna show you how many matching stocks you have. So right now with the default settings, it's showing 0 matching stocks. I have to say that this is a pretty glitchy thing. Be patient with it. What you're gonna wanna do is add these couple of filters that I'm gonna show you, and then that way you'll be able to find the stocks that you want. The first thing I want to do is just look at how many stocks are available in total. So in the American market, if we just click on all of these, on the American stock exchanges in Yahoo Finance, it's finding about 6,200 stocks. Now that's a lot of stocks to individually go through. If we add Canada to this, because I'm Canadian and I trade a lot of Canadian stuff, you can see we have a total of 8,800 stocks. I usually look at these in either American or Canadian stocks, so you would turn on whichever at any time. So what you want to do is add a filter. So down here, this add another filter, and there's quite a lot of options here that you can choose from. But right at the top in share statistics, you're going to look for this checkbox right here. It's called last close indicated dividend divided by stock price. Now in calculating a percentage, that's the dividend yield in dollars divided by the stock price in dollars is going to give you a percentage return of what that dividend is relative to the stock price. The other filter that I want to add is going to be an income. I like shares that make money over time. If I look at this net EPS, which is earnings per share, diluted, and we're finding out that this was a profitable share value. So the share either made money or the dividend and the share inclusive made money. So now those are the only two options that I need. Last close indicated dividend divided by stock price and the net EPS. The net EPS, I just want it to be profitable, so I want it to be above 0, and we're going to change this to between. Now you can enter your percentage range. So in this, you don't have to put the percentage sign in, just type in the number value. So I like to trade dividends that are in that 6 to 10% range, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in actually 6 to 12. And now we're going to click Find Stocks. We have 479 stocks to choose from. That is a lot less than the 6,200 that was up there before. One of the things I like to look at is like, what is the 52-week range? In the case of Royal Dutch Shell, it traded as low as $53 and as high as $70. And you can see this little blue indicator shows that it's trading right at the top of the range. What I'm typically looking for is I'm looking for stocks that have a really small range. I don't want ones that are super volatile. So let's just scroll down and find something that might be appropriate. Let's look at this one right here. It's between $15 and $20, and right now it's currently trading right in the middle of that range. Let's click on the symbol and see what this looks like. So you can see the dividend is 6.83%, so above our 6% range that we're looking for. And then I'm going to click on statistics. One of the things I always look at very first is the dividend payout ratio. This is how much the dividend is comparatively to how much money the company is actually bringing in. So the payout ratio currently on this company is 137%, which means it's paying out 37% more money than it makes. I wouldn't touch this stock. And let's look at CenturyLink. $13, $27. I know I've looked at this stock before, and really for this like quick, simple screening, that's all I'm doing. I'm just looking for things that jump out at me. Again, 12.7% dividend, massive dividend. Let's go to the statistics. And the payout ratio, 300%. That is so high. I am still not going to touch that stock. I'm going to flip over to the Canadian side because I'm a lot more familiar with the stocks, because I don't trade a lot of American ones for dividend trading because I get taxed quite highly on the dividends. So it's better for me to be in my native currency for dividend collecting. So I'm going to click on Canada down here. And I've found from using this before that it's better to add the region first and then take off the other one that you don't want. I've only got 96 stocks that I can even look at. Even looking at this list of 96, there's at least 10 at the bottom that aren't even available. Like the information's not available. So I'm obviously not going to spend time researching something that isn't big enough to even have the information available on Yahoo Finance. So let's look through Interpipeline. This is one that I have had on the books for a long time. It trades between $22 and $29. And right now it's trading at $25.97. You can see the last price. Let's click on it and just see what the details are. It pays a 6.82% yield. And under the statistics, the dividend payout ratio, I know this is probably going to be a little high. It's 119%. I typically like to go for things that have less than 100% payout ratio. But we know that they're paying out a little bit more right now because the price of oil is still reduced on the global scale. Chemtrade, wow, I've had this for like 15 years. It pays a 6.42% dividend. And if we go to the statistics, its payout ratio is not actually even listed here, sad. The one thing about that that's nice is this stock doesn't trade in a very big range, like $17 to $20. If we take a look at this, let's look at the max chart and go full screen on this so you can see some of my indicators. If we go back 5 years, you'll see this purple line, which is the 200-day moving average, and it's just kind of increased over time. And these D's down here are the dividends that are paid. So every time you see a D, and this is going back 5 years, so every time you see a D, that's a dividend payout. So in the last 2 years, it's paid out dividends 24 times, once every month. If you've watched some of my other videos, this is in the trading range of a buy. So at 1887, I would actually buy this because it's below both my 200-day moving average and my 50-day moving average. So that's an indicator that it was a buy. If it was up here above the 200-day moving average, I probably wouldn't be buying it. If I was looking for new positions in this particular stock, then now would be a good time to buy, in my opinion. Let's take a look at Medical Facilities Corporation. Now, it trades between $11 and $19. It's on the low end of that scale right now, trading at $14.13. And I have had quite a lot of success with this particular company. The yield, 7.55%. It's a nice chunky yield. I know that it pays it monthly. If we click on statistics, scroll down here to the payout ratio, it's 85%. That is where I expect to see a good quality company. 85% payout ratio means that they've got some income coming in, they're giving a good chunk of it back to shareholders, but they're not spending all of the money that they make by giving back the dividends. So I'm looking for a high dividend yield, but also a sustainable dividend yield. Now, if you want to save this screener, you can actually just go save filters and you can just name it whatever you want. I could call this Canadian High Yield Dividend Stocks. Click save. It says it's saved at the bottom of the screen. And now if I go to my screeners, if I go to my saved screeners, you can see that it appears right here, Canadian High Yield Dividend Stock. You can also go through some of the pre-set up ones that Yahoo has. Hopefully that gives you guys a bit of information about how I screen for brand new stocks that I might be adding to my portfolio in the future. Now, it's just the very, very first step of how I go through choosing a stock, but it's a start. Thanks so much. Let's get rich together.